Hey guys, today's video we're gonna learn about the introduction to Java programming language. So this is a really simple video that will walk you through the basic structure for the Java programming language. So how we start here is always with a public class. You can call it main and open curly braces, and here inside we call it main using public static, always static, and void so it doesn't return any value. And how it works is we write a string, array of strings. So here, like this is how we use array in Java. Again, we open the curly braces, and here's where we're gonna write the code itself. So this is the basic structure. We have a class, and then we have the main class here. How we're gonna run this, it will be basic. We can do a really simple print hello world, or like print name or something like that. So we always need let's do a comment here. The way we do comments is in Java is like this, and then we need the type, and then after that we'll need also the name of the type, and finally we can put the content, or like what will be the value of the string. In this case will be a string. We can call, like, it will basically be Kyle, my name, or something like that related. So let's actually walk through the code here. So we can put string, and then string is the type of the variable. So here we have the name, so the name will be name, and then we can write hello Caillou, and then a smile face, and then we're gonna print it out, like use always system out dot print lm. So here we call the name because it's the name of the variable. Always put semicolon. So here we're gonna have the print out the hello Caillou with a smile face. We can see that this is a basic structure how we're gonna print it out, the variable name that is a string. So let's try to execute this. See, here we have the output of this code. Pretty simple, pretty basic. Let's walk to the next exercise. So continuing the next exercise here, we're gonna look about the type of variables on Java. So here again is the main basic structures for Java. Always start like this, so it's really good to get used to this basic structure. So just to make some comments here, we're gonna do this. This is a block of comments in Java. That's how we do block of comment. All the things that is inside here won't be count, and will be basically a comments. So the types of variables we have byte for numbers between minus until 127. That is 1 byte. So here we have 1 byte of information. It's basically explaining itself. We have short, for that's kind of a lot, but let's put it here just you guys have kind of an idea what is important, how you can use, what's the case you're gonna use. Actually, here's 33 or 32, yeah, all right. So 32 until here's until 32 until 32 positive. That is the same as 2 bytes. As you can guess how it goes, gonna basically duplicate. So the next one will be 4 bytes. That is I would just put here really simple so we can go fast, but this is quite important to know if especially if you're building really big systems, so you guys don't use memory that is not necessary. So I'll just put since it's 4 bytes, it's probably a lot, you guys can look on, and this is long for really long amount of informations we can put in. So this will be twice this value, so it will be 8 bytes of information, or we can call like 64 bits, that is sometimes common. And here we can call as 32 bits. Here you guys can guess, but it's the same as 16, and here is equal to 8 bits. So here's just so you guys have a basic idea, but here's the most important to know: byte, short, int, and long. So how we gonna use this? We can use basically doing, let's suppose we write byte and we put the age, for example. The age, I would say let's put 80 for age. 80 is probably, as you can see, is between the numbers here. For byte, we're gonna use byte, so we need to be between this kind of like minus 128 and positive 127. So for age, we are cool of using this. So here we're gonna use the system out print ln. So we're gonna print age, that is variable. Okay, so just to execute so we can see. We have a error here. Let's see why we have an error. Oh yeah, for sure. So the error is because we forget to add this here. Can you see why? Just have one. We need to close. When we open, we need to close. So that's why it's not working. Now it will probably work. See, it's printing the 80, it's printing the age, but can you see that if we put, let's suppose 128, that's more than the expect. Let's see what happened. See, it says that it's more, it's incompatible types, so it doesn't accept that because it's more than it can accept. So if we guys if we all use if you guys use the short, we can use short for several other things, and let's try to use short here for, I don't know, can be storage or something like that. Storage. Here, and the number of storage, we can put a lot. We can put like, or we can put I don't know, fans, number of fans. More. So if we have these, we can see that is inside the value amount that is capable of, so we can print this. But if we need to use more, let's suppose it's a big game, fine, or something like this, and we have 45,000. So again, we cannot print something that is outside the value. If we have like some, if you put negative as well, it will be a problem. But if we put 25,000 negative, it will work. Okay, again, just so you guys can have an idea how to use this more like, it's really good to have this in mind. Walking to the next types here, types of variables. We have one that you already used, that is the string. So we'll basically receive some texts. So texts and basically words and phrase and sentence, all this. So let's put here sentences, words. Okay, for the float, we can use until 7 decimal. So let's suppose we use, that's only for 32 bytes, that is equal to, if we look up here, only 4 bytes of information. So let's put the 4 bytes in front. As you guys can see, it's pretty, there's a lot of information we can use, but if you need to use something else, we probably need to use long or something like that. So this is for decimals. Sure, we use for just one value. So it can be a numbers, it can be just a number, or it can be one letter. But the important thing to know about this is that it will interpret, like it will save as a string. So always save as a string. So even if you put number 1, it will always save this as a string. Okay, and the last one here, we have the double. It can accept until 15 decimal. So this, it will be 8 bytes. As you can see, I can put here just so you guys have an idea, but it's pretty obvious. That's a lot of data you can use. So let's try another here. Let's put integer as number, can be any number. Let's put, for example, if we look at integer, we accept a lot of integers, so it's a lot of things we can use. So let's just put like 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. Let's try this and see it runs. Again, number is what it calls itself. Yeah, it works, but let's try to add more. 9 1 2 3 4 5 6. Let's try this. See, this is more than it can accept. So integer is up to 2 billion, so, or 4 bytes. So the integer, it will accept only 4 bytes, so that's 2 billion characters. 2 billion characters. And yeah, this is another one, just so you get used what's the capacity of each of the variables. All right, so let's run for, let's just put it here so we can execute, so see it works. So continue here. We're gonna now look about how we can change the value for the variables. So let's start with a basic string here. So just let's put some space so we can understand better. So put a basic string, and we put my name here, just for example. So then we print it out, as we already learned this, but now we're gonna learn how the value can change. Print the name. Okay, let's just execute so you guys can see. Right, again, the same errors as before. Just add this here, and they're gonna run. Okay, it's printing my name, but what if we print another name here? Let's make it Carlos. Even though I wrote Caio here, I wrote another name with the same variable. I put another name for name. So if we execute, we have, oh, I forgot about the semicolon here. But if we execute, we're gonna have Carlos, not Caio anymore. So this is mutable, like it's the same with numbers. We can do with numbers as well, but here in this string, how we can do this, like it doesn't change, we write here as final. If we write final in front of this will not be able, so this will not be able to write Carlos here because it's a final, so it's immutable. If we write here, see, it says that Carlos cannot be wrote, so it's gonna break the code. So here it won't change, right? So gonna complain if we write as well the name. So always like this. Let's enter num. Let's put a number here, just to check something. Let's put 10. Here we put num. Let's print it out this. Okay, we put it 10. So if we change here, just to test so you guys can see, if we put num equals to, instead of 10 we put 1000, gonna happen is gonna print the 1000. And if we do again for 30, gonna print 30. Oh yeah, no, because I forgot about this. But now see, as you guys can see, is always the last one is how code execute in terms of the order. So to solve this problem, we just put final and the code will break because we can't use again. So that's how it works. Let's move for the next exercise. Pretty simple but really important. So continue here. We're gonna now do a concatenation exercise. So it's pretty important to know how to use this and how to actually be able to do that. So we can start by writing a string. I will explain what it is in a minute. You guys gonna see. So here we're gonna use the full name. So I'll put my name as Caio. Here we're gonna put plus, and then we're gonna put, let's do a space here, plus again, and then another string for Montilla. So here we have this kind of stuff. So here we're gonna put system out print append, and then here we put the full name as the variable. Don't forget to add the semicolon. Let's see how it executes. Exactly how we expect, because we have Caio as the first, and then we put the plus the space, and then we'll put our last name here. So let's walk to another exercise that is a little bit more we can just let's just add on top of this so you guys can have a better idea how to use this. Let's change the structure here. So if we delete this and just write string, let's put first name. Let's do here again. We'll do really fast here so you guys have an idea. Here's my last name, and then let's put int for integer, and then we put the age, and we can put your age. I will put a random age because I don't want to. Okay, that's actually my age. Let's put my age here. So how we're gonna do, we can concatenate here with string, and then use profile for all this. So here we have my name at first. We can do like this, and then we can use a plus, and then we put first name of the variable, first name plus space, and then we put our last name, and here, as you can see, we add my age now. So the way we're gonna do this will be simply putting age like this, putting a space, and then we add with age. Let's see how it's going. Here we're gonna put profile as the name. So let's run and see how it goes. So just you see here we're gonna print the name. This is static, so it won't change since it's inside the string. Here we can change. It's just the first name and the last name. So have first name space last name, and here we have the age and the age. So all this, they're changed. So if I put like Carlos here, and here another name, I don't know, and let's put 50, and if I run and execute, you're gonna have completely different things, but what maintains is inside the string. So it's pretty common to use like that. Really good to know how to concatenate stuff, and in your code you're gonna use a lot. Let's move on for the next exercise. So here's a really important point that we need to mention, that if we are using two integer, so we're using number 1, that is, let's suppose 10, no, let's suppose 100, and then the number 2, integer 2, will be, let's see, 200. So we use scanner, so user input equals to new scanner, and then we can put system in. Now we're gonna print it out. If we use number 1, let's suppose that we are adding number 2. Here's the important point. In this case, as we can see, let me just do this for now. Yeah, okay, so in this case here, what you can see is that it is numbers, so this is not concatenation. In this case, if we're summing a number, concatenation is only for strings, but if we are summing a number, it's actually a sum, it's an addition, so it won't print out like 100 plus 200. It will print actually the sum of 100 plus 200. So this is actually a sum. Concatenation is only for strings. This is a really important point to mention. And to continue now, we're gonna learn about the basic arithmetic operators. So the basics ones we have is addition. So addition, let me just put in one line so you guys have more subtraction. We also have multiplication, division, models, increment. Let me just add here, down here, increment, decrement, so let me think about other. So we have the compound assignment, that is basically, compound assignment, that is basically, one example we can use is plus equal or minus equals, or times multiplication equals, or division equals. all these are compound assignments. So that's the basic ones we have for our basic arithmetic operators. So let's just write here so you guys have the basic ones. We can call so here is our basic ones. Now just let's start with the simple addition. So if we put integer, let's put a equals 5, integer b equals 3. So now let's sum a plus b. Now we do the basics, print out, system out, print, and then we print our difference. So let's do like this. Difference. Let's do sum. Already, I'm writing all right here. System. What I'm doing here for you guys is just writing all the output together, so you guys have all just in one simple running time. Okay, so let's do like that. Sum is equal, and then we add, as we learned the last class, concatenation. We add here, and we just put the sum here, and here we're gonna do the same, but with the subtraction we can just put the difference as well. So difference. Now we're gonna basically do the same for difference equals a minus b. So as you can see, if we print this, if we execute this, we're gonna run with an error because we forgot about this. But now we have the sum of 5 with 3, we have 8, and the difference, that is the subtraction of 5 minus 3, we have 2. So that's perfectly working, and we have all the other examples we can walk through really quick for you guys. Yeah, let's walk through together so you guys learn. I really recommend that you guys type this on your own. So just open a emulator and you can write the code and see it running. So let's do something similar to this, but with the difference, with the product. And here we put product. Similar to let's put result instead. Let's put result of the division. Result will be the division, but just you have a different name, for better understanding. We're gonna use the same here, but now with the actually quotient, and then we'll put the result here. The models is pretty simple. It's just remember that is the rest of the division, so it will be the remainder of the division. So if we write here and it's represented by a percentage symbol, let's just run to see how it's going. Right, we forgot about the semicolon again. As we can see, the rest, if we divide 5 by 3, we're gonna have the remainder will be 2, because we only have well, you know why, just divide. We won't have enough for all the 3, so we have 1 and we'll result with the remainder of 2. So it's pretty basic. The division for this, it will be 1, because 5 you can only divide by 3, for like the result with only 1 is possible here. And the multiplication, it will be 15, because 3 times 5, pretty simple. And you guys can do the others, it's pretty simple. This is just so you guys can practice. I recommend that you guys find some exercise online, some problems, and try out some examples by yourself. So now we're gonna get into some important concepts of Java programming language. It is the conditional statements. So the most famous ones are the if statements, the if else statements, also the if else chain, and the switch statement. So let's do some pretty simple examples of the if statements. So if we put, for example, an age of representing 18, if we put the age representing 18, and then we do an if statement. So if age is more or equals to 18, we're gonna print let's print you are an adult. Okay, sounds pretty good for me. Let's do a smile face just for fun. So if we print this, it's supposed to print you are an adult, because you are more than right, I forgot about the forgot about this. Let's do again. See, you guys can see, as you guys can see, it's saying you are an adult with a smile face. It's working. This is the if statement, but if now we put, like, let's suppose the age is let's suppose it's 15, it will not do anything, because it's just an if statement. In this case, we're gonna put else here, just add else. Let's put 18, for example. Else, so if it is 18 or more, you are an adult. If it is less than that, so we're gonna print system out, print line, we can say you are too young. You're too young. Let's put an exclamation mark. Let's say, just to give a context, let's see, you're too young to vote. And then a sad face. Okay, this sounds good for me. Let's just put a semicolon. Let's write. See, you were added, but if I run with less than 18, let's suppose I have, let's put 16. You are too young to vote. See, this is a if-else statement. It's how it works. Now if we add the if-else chain, how it's gonna work is, let's suppose, let's delete this and let's work with score, for example. So if the score is 85, let's do if statement. So if score is more or equals to 90, here in this case it's gonna happen that the system will print out system out print on. You're gonna receive the grade A, so the maximum grade. Otherwise, so else if score is still more or equals to 80, we're gonna print system. Let's put the grade B. So you're gonna receive the grade B if it is less or equal to, if it is more or equal to 80, and else we're gonna print system let's say that it is grade C or below, because in this case it will be less than 80. So let's suppose it is C or below, just to have an idea. Don't forget to use this. Let's execute. This case is the letter B since it's 85, but if we change for 70, it's less than, so it will be C or below. And if we put let's suppose 98, that is grade A. So I wrote wrong here, it was a spelling mistake, but see, this is if else chain example. Now let's move to another important example, that is the switch statement. So in this case we're gonna do let's change the name here. Let's do switch examples for the public class. So let's start with int day 3, and then we're gonna use switch day, and then here here's the first case. Inside here we're gonna put all the cases. So let's do the first case now. So if case 1, it's gonna basically print system of print on Monday. And here we cannot forget that we need to put break, so it stop running. And then we can put case 2. For the case 2, we're gonna basically do the same. Let's just copy here for time purpose. And then don't forget to put the break, so stop the system. Then the case 3. Let's put here Wednesday. And break. Alright, let's just put default as the another day, just so you guys understand, just a purpose of time. So system, let's just do this, another day. You guys got the idea. The main idea here is you can put several cases. Don't forget to put the break, so it stop. Let's run here. It's Wednesday since it's day 3. If we put day 1, it will be Monday. If we put like day 8, it will be another day, just in case. And like you can test here, this is of course not valid. We can limit it to 7 days, because 7 days of the week, but just so you guys have a basic understanding how it works. So this is the last one here. Actually, we have one more. Let's just quick explaining for you guys. It's called ternary operator. So how it works is, let's show an example. Let's show an example of ternary. If we have the age of 20 and we're gonna put a string to the result, so the age is more or equal to 18, then we're gonna put here in this case a question mark. It will be adult, or minor. So in this case, we're gonna print out system out print on the result. So don't forget to add here what this is gonna be. If you guys can check here, it will be more, so it will be adult. So if we execute, we're gonna see adult. But if we change for 15, that is less than 18, we're gonna have oops, I didn't change, but if we change for 15, we're gonna be minor. So this is another way. It's pretty good to know. It's ternary example, ternary operator it calls, and we're using several cases. And guys, that's it. The quick introduction to Java is pretty basic course. It involves like also the variables, operators, and if-else conditioners, and some pretty basic structure. A pretty straightforward, and to get a little bit of hands-on the structure of the Java programming language. So here I really recommend that you guys go and try out some examples on HackerRank and other websites that provide some levels of examples you can try, problems you can solve, and it's really good to get your hands in practice. So as I put here, the practice, as more you practice, as more you learn. So if you guys want to become a programmer, you guys need to practice as much as you can. That will make you more comfortable with the language and more comfortable with the structure of the language, and will help you a lot in the future. So that's it. Thank you so much, and see you guys soon.